Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jess. If you are not, welcome back. If you are new, I would love for you to go down there and click that big red subscribe button and join my YouTube family here and turn on those post notifications so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. And for today's video, this is going to be very interesting, but I am going to do kind of like a 0 to 100 glam look. Maybe not necessarily glam, like soft glam look. So if you want to see me go from this to this, then just keep watching. So obviously my hair is a hot mess. I just woke up. I woke up around 10, but it is now 11. I have a meeting at 12, so I'm hoping we can get through this quickly. Look at this. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my hair up, and I will also be doing my hair in this video, so we will get to that part in the end. For starters, I think I'm going to go ahead and prime using my Summer Fridays jet lag mask. This has been put through the ringer, as you can see. I'm just going to use this kind of as a moisturizer. I already have my moisturizer down, but this just helps hydrate just a little bit more. For my under eye primers, I'm going to go in with this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade Light to Medium. And I'm just going to put a little of this just where my bags are. If you put too much, this will crease your concealer, so just be careful. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with my Pure 4-in-1 Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer, and I have mine in the shade MN5. I like to spread it out with the fingers first and then go in with my Beauty Blender, just because I get a little more coverage that way. This is definitely more of a medium to full coverage foundation. You can definitely build it up to full, but it does sit on the skin kind of heavy. But it is one of my all-time favorite foundations at the moment. I'm going to add a little bit more where I would like a little bit more coverage. For my concealer, I am going to go in with my Pat McGrath. I'm sorry that I've been using this in so many videos. I just really love the way it applies, and I love to pair it with the Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder. They just work wonders together. And then, like I said, I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye in the shade Light. I'm just going to take my sponge and dab it in there, get some product on there, and then pat this underneath the eye. And then before I move on to set my face, I am going to take my Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm and use that to kind of hydrate the lips before we move on. Alrighty, and then moving on to setting powder, I am going to take my Milk Makeup Blur and Set. This is, I think, the only setting powder that I really have at the moment, and it is one of my all-time favorites, so I love this powder. For blush, I wanted to try this Milk Makeup Glow Lip Oil and Cheek Oil in the shade Flare. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and that is the shade there. I did just powder, so I didn't really think this through. I'm going to take it on my sponge. I know my sponge is kind of dirty, but I did just use it. So I'm going to take it on this side here and just kind of take some on the Beauty Blender like so, and then tap this over the cheeks. Probably should have done this before I set my face, but that's okay. I think it'll still look nice over powder. I didn't put too much powder down, so it should be okay. Can you guys see that? Oh, that's so pretty. It's like a light wash of color. Really nice. And then I will go over, obviously, with bronzer and highlight, and may have to touch it up. So it's okay if it's a little intense in the beginning. It is so pretty. It gives such a natural look to the skin. I feel like it looks more intense on camera than it does in real life. And then I'm also going to take this on the bridge of the nose Give a nice sun-kissed look. Moving on to bronzer, I'm going to try another new product from Jouer. I got this in my Sephora VIB haul. This is the medium to deep duo, and we've got Sunset, which is the darker one, and then Sun-Kissed, which is the lighter one. I'm going to go in with the darker one on my rougher, what is this? P19, rougher 19. Just kind of like a domed brush. I'm going to go in kind of with a light hand because I feel like this might be a little dark. I've heard such good things about these, and I've been wanting to get them for so long. So let's see how they perform. I think I went in a little too heavy-handed on this side. Wow. I'll go in with my powder brush in just a second to kind of take that down a notch. That applied really nicely, but I'm going to go ahead and go in with my powder brush just because it does look a little intense. And then, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the Milk Makeup Glow Oil and just go on over that one more time before I add a highlight. It looks really nice, and it didn't pick up any of the product underneath since I did put powder down first. It still looks really, really nice. Moving on to highlight, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient Absolute Strobe Lighting palette. This was limited edition, and Sephora brought it back. I'm sorry, Hourglass brought it back for the Sephora VIB sale haul. So I really hope you guys were able to get your hands on it because I love this. I'm just going to take my rougher fan brush and go across all three like so. Tap off the excess because this is really blinding. And I think it'll sit on top of the blush really nicely because it's a little bit more of a sticky base. Wow, can you guys see that? So nice. Little across the nose, on the Cupid's bow. Love this highlighter. It is one of my favorites. And then of course, like I do in every single video and every single day, I'm going to go in with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Ultra Fine Mist just to kind of set everything. I brought you guys in a little bit closer because I'm going to move on to the eyes. I do apologize. My AC has been on this whole time because it is kind of hot here in Houston. And I'm so sorry if it was really loud because I totally forgot that it was on. But I did turn it off, so hopefully the audio is a little bit better. I apologize. So moving on to the eyes, I am going to take my Too Faced Natural Matte Palette that I got in my BoxyCharm. And for this look, I think I want to do kind of like a soft, not necessarily soft glam, but just like kind of a really nice everyday look. Not anything too crazy. This is an all matte palette, but I will reach into something else. So that is, it's such a beautiful palette. I think I want to start off with All Natural, which is this middle one down here. I'm going to take this into the crease. I wanted to take this color really high just because I am going to layer up quite a bit. For my next shade, I'm going to go in with Less is More, which is slightly darker, and I'm going to take this on a slightly smaller brush, still a fluffy brush. This is my Morphe M4 454. Wow, that was hard to say. And I'm just going to put this into the crease, not as high as the last shade, but just directly into the crease. Just to add a little bit more depth. And actually what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that shade Less is More and put that about halfway onto the lid. I'm going to go back in with my initial blending brush that I used in the crease, which is my Morphe E27, and just really make sure those are blended together. I do this pretty much in every eye look just to make sure everything is really nice and blended and there's no harsh lines. And then what I'm going to do is take kind of like a flat brush. This is the Morphe M167. And I'm going to go in with Heaven right here and put that from the inner corner all the way to the center of the lid. I'm just going to use my finger to kind of pat that out. And then on the lid, I am going to go in with my little Hourglass Scattered Light in the shade Foil. And this is a little mini that came in like a Christmas set. I think they still have it on the Sephora website if I'm not mistaken. But it's really cute and tiny. And this is the shade Foil. It's a really pretty like gold color. I'm really hoping that this will go nicely with the look. I'm going to lay this using my finger on top of that Heaven shade. If you have a glitter glue, this might work better as a glitter glue, but I'm just going to use my finger and really like press that onto the lid. I'm not really liking the way that's applying, which is okay because then you guys can see me fix it on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and use a different one. I have one from Tarte. This is the Chrome Paint in the shade Top Yacht, which is much, much lighter. This is more of like a champagne gold, as you guys can see. So I'm going to just take this and do the same thing, take it with my finger. Like this is so much more foiled and metallic, as you guys can see. So I'm just going to layer this right on top. This I feel like sticks to the skin a little bit better. I did put down an eyeshadow. I probably should have cut my crease, but that is okay. There is a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going to take my powder brush and brush that away. And then going in with my Morphe 506 brush, which is a little detail brush, I'm going to darken up the outer edges just a little bit using the shade either Sexpert or Hookup. Actually, I think I'm going to mix Sexpert, which is the top one here, and then Hookup, which is down here. I'm going to mix that just a little bit, and I'm going to take that on the outer portion just to deepen it up a little bit more. And then going back in, no additional product with that Top Yacht shade. And just really make sure the edges are blended. So I'm going to kind of do this back and forth for a little while. Make sure it looks really nice. And then I'm going to catch this eye up to speed and I will be back. For my inner corner, I am going to take my Hourglass Ambient Light Highlighting Powder and highlighting trio, I should say, and I'm going to go in with this center shade here, and I'm going to use this in my inner corner and my brow bone. And then for my lower lash line, I am going to go back in with Au Naturel and then deepen up the outer corner with this Sexpert shade. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm going to take my ColourPop gel liner, cream liner in the shade Brouhaha, which is the brown, and I'm going to line my waterline and my lash line. My waterline and my tight line, I should say. And then for my waterline, I'm going to get really close to my mirror. So I'm going to do this and my mascara off camera. I am going to use my Wander Beauty Mile High Club mascara, which I got from my BoxyCharm. Alright, so that is liner and mascara done. I did take my Brouhaha brown liner, and as you guys can see, I created a little bit of a wing, so I lined it, and then I took this kind of like little liner brush and really smudged it out on the outer corner. I really like the way that came out, so it's really nice and subtle, but I just wanted a little bit more since we're going a little bit more glam here. But yeah, as far as the mascara goes, I feel like it straightened my lashes a bit, so I did curl my lashes with a eyelash curler before applying the mascara, and as you can see, they're just kind of like pointing straight down, so I don't really like that. But yeah, the formula itself is nice, but it just kind of straightened my lashes, which I don't like because I do have longer lashes. They just don't really hold a curl, as you guys can see. But yeah, so far so good. I'll just continue to use it. Moving on to lips. What do I want to do for lips? I'm going to grab like a brownish lip liner. Let me see what I got here. So for brown liners, I have a couple of options. I have my Pat McGrath contour, which I absolutely love, my Carly Bible X Il Maquillage in the shade Luna, and then the Christian Audette X Mel Thompson in the shade Smooches. They're all very similar. Do I need all three? Absolutely not. I think I want to go in with the Carly Bible X XL Maquillage. I do use the Pat McGrath quite a bit, as you can see. So I think I'm going to give that one a rest and go in with this one and just line the lips. I'm going to also fill them in. And then I think I want to go in with this Becca lipstick. It's the Ultimate Love, which is like a really, really nice kind of satin formula. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it since I did just put lip liner on. So that is it there. Really nice kind of brownie nude color. And this is in the shade Cupid's Kiss. And I'm just going to put that right on. It matches the lip liner almost perfectly. I love this kind of dark lip with this look. I am loving it. Now on to the hair. I have to figure out how to get my straightener over here to curl my hair because there are no outlets. So give me just a second to figure that out and then I'll zoom you guys out. So while my straightener is heating up, I am just trying to part my hair the way I want it. And I did run a brush through it, which is something I don't typically do. So I'm just going to section off my hair. Bring one to one side and one to the other. And this is super, super easy. I do have a lot of hair, but I want kind of like the more beachy vibe. So I'm going to curl them in really big sections. So I'm just splitting my hair in half and then starting from the back. Sorry that you guys can see the mic. I wanted to zoom you guys out as much as possible so you can really see how I do it. So starting from the back, I'm going to take a small section. Not really small, these are pretty large sections, but and then I'm just going to kind of curl away from my head. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the ends out since I want that more beachy wave. So the ends are a little bit more straight. Alright, so that is that side done, and then moving on to this side. Again, going away from the hair, taking kind of bigger sections. Now that the side is a little bit cooled down, I am going to run my fingers through it. I don't like really tight curls. I like really nice kind of beachy vibes. If you have a wide tooth comb, I would run the comb through it, but I don't, so I'm just going to use my fingers. And then again on this side. If you want to straighten the ends a little bit more, you can just go in with your straightener and kind of pull through. My curls will eventually fall. Actually, they probably won't fall for like another day or two, but I do like them kind of like this to begin with and then just kind of let them go. So I brought you guys back in a little bit closer, and this is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun doing this. I haven't done like my hair and makeup since before quarantine, since the day before quarantine started here, so March 15th. So that is the look. I feel amazing. Like, this is so nice to get dolled up and look nice. I put on like this super cute high neck tank top, and wow, what do you guys think? I am loving the hair. I am so glad I dyed it. Oh my goodness, I feel so fancy. I know this isn't like a super crazy makeup look, but I love it. It's just kind of like a bronzy, everyday look, but you do your hair and your makeup and you feel nice and you're feeling good. And I'm not going to go anywhere but to a meeting and then on a boat, so I'm gonna take this right off and throw my hair back up into a ponytail. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys liked that I included like kind of a mini hair tutorial in this. This was so much fun. If you guys want to see me do like how I style like my curly hair, like my natural hair, leave me a comment down below. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time. Bye guys.